Welcome back to Flat Tire Garage Virginia edition, day 22 of the government shutdown. So I'm not going to bore anybody with the details. Bottom line, I'm not getting paid right now. So we're not going to dwell on it. We're going to take it as an opportunity to get ready for the day. So I remember when COVID hit, watching my wife Kelly get up every morning at 6 a.m., shower, get dressed, nice clothes, get ready for work, and would work remote from 8 until 5:36 every day. And she has continued to do that since we moved to Virginia. So I'm super impressed with her.
Just saying, the color identified those that were,
So, been feeling kind of down, bummed a little bit, but today we got up, we got showered, shaved, cleaned up, and made a little to-do list. So, downloaded some new software. So I hope I inserted a clip of Kelly upstairs working. She does that every day. She's a trooper. But then I wanted to kind of talk through what we got planned for the day and see if this format worked for me. Again, I am in the Army and I'm an infantry guy, so we do AARs and we list things that we want to do and how we did them well and what didn't work well and what we want to improve on. So I think that's the format I'm going to use. So the government affects us. It's not easy. So I really want to work on a format. So I think the way that I'm going to do it is I'm going to talk through the 3 things that I want to do. Show you how I did them or how I got them accomplished or why I wasn't able to get them accomplished. And then we kind of talk through what I learned at the end of the day. So kind of treat it, again, like the military would with an after-action review, because I miss it. I miss my guys, I miss deployments, I miss the purpose that provided, and I'm hoping that this channel can provide a little bit of that. And it does. It already has gotten me up this morning, cleaned up, motivated. Gonna figure out this software, and the videos will get progressively better. And then in the worst case, no one's watching. So we had 19 subscribers, we dropped an 18 subscribers, somebody canceled us, and I think most of the folks are probably my wife, my family in Wisconsin, and some of our friends. So I'm gonna keep making this right now because I need it more than probably the people watching it, but we're gonna grind through. So a couple things I wanna get accomplished today. Today I'm going to order some stuff off Amazon. I'm going to do a little price comparison between Harbor Freight and Amazon. I need some of these little 2-inch discs because I want to start painting. That's number 3 on our list today. I want to start primering, rust converting, and then primering that East Coast gray on some of the A-pillar parts on the car and just start getting everything into that one consistent gray color because that'll really make me happy. But I got to get everything ordered. So I need some new masks. Allergies have hit me in the last 4 days. I've dropped about 8 pounds. I need to drop about 20 more. So that's my goal. We'll do it together. But I need some new masks. I need some new glasses. I can't see crap out of these. I don't know when these freebies, I got these. Some discs and some zip ties. I've burned through my zip ties. But if I can get that ordered, kind of show you the price comparison. Harbor Freight's about a 20-minute drive from us, and I think it's cheaper with super fast delivery here in Virginia just to get them ordered on Amazon. And then I got a bin here that I'm gonna move. I got some LS stuff from the engine that I built. I got them all in a bin, and they don't seem to fit. So Kelly was able to order me a bigger bin that I've been doing some rust converter on parts and pieces, again, because I'm bored, and getting them painted black. But I'm gonna get all that wiring harness, some dipstick tubes, some vents, long stuff. I got a crank pulley. I'm gonna get that all in that small bin. So that's pretty important so I can kind of clean up that corner. And then the last thing I wanna get done is that A-pillar rust converter in that corner. So if I'm able to get that done today, it's gonna be success. And if I can figure out how to work the editing software. So come along for the ride, let's get rolling. All right, I've wanted to make one of these little videos since I started, so we're gonna give it a whirl. So I like 11 by 17 pieces of paper, and I like to sketch out, map out what I'm thinking. So here's what I got. Bottom line, I did the work through Harbor Freight and Amazon. It's way cheaper to go through Amazon. So Stuff we're going to order today, going to highlight Harbor Freight. If I would have just ordered what I originally wanted, and it was 50 discs, 10 glasses, some of these masks, and so I got some zip ties. I'm out. Everybody knows what zip ties are. I plumb run out of all my zip ties, so I was going to restock, and I was thinking maybe just 100 of the 8-inch, 11-inch, and some 24 inches. You know, I don't use a lot of those little tiny guys. So basically I needed 4 things. Little comparison. Amazon saved me $33, and I already got them on their way. They'll be here in 2 days. So Harbor Freight, when I looked at the medium and the 120 grit, came out at $79.90 for 50 of them. They come in little 5-packs, and I was going to need to get 10. So almost $100 there. So what I saved by getting a pack of 25, 2 packs of 25 through Amazon, and a pack of 25 120 grits, I ended up saving $41.92 and ended up getting 10 additional of the 120 grit. The glasses, same deal. Harbor Freight, I love these little glasses. I can throw them, lose them. I'm not overly upset if something happens to them. They're $1.99 a piece. Amazon sells them 12-pack at $16.95. So when you do the math, I'm saving $2.95 and I'm getting 2 additional glasses. Zip ties is where things got a little sideways. So Harbor Freight sells everything in packs of 100. Amazon likes to get you with the packs of 600 and 1200. So here's what I went with. So the 8-inchers, I went with 600 of them for $7.29. So I ended up paying $4.80 more than I originally wanted to plan, but I'm getting 500 additional 8-inch black zip ties that I'll always use. Same thing with the 11-inch. They only offered a few selections in the 11-inch. I ended up going with a 12-inch, getting 1,200 of them. There was a coupon for $19.99, so I ended up spending $16 more than I originally wanted to spend to just get 100 of them, but I'm getting 1,100 additional zip ties that'll go in a bin, and I'll always use them. I needed a couple 24 inches just to have them. Pack of 50 comes for $12.49, so I ended up spending, $10 more than I originally wanted to spend, but I'm getting 40 additional ones. The masks, Harbor Freight sells these little masks, these guys, at $1.59 a piece. I was going to grab 20 of them. That comes out to $31.80. Amazon sells them for a 50-pack for $16. So I saved $14.81, and I'm getting 30 additional masks that, the kids can use when they're helping me. So long story short, Harbor Freight, I love you. You're a little bit of a drive away. It was going to be $172, and I'm going to try to figure out, as I'm working through my movie editing software, how to insert that clip. I took a screenshot. It was going to be $172. I was able to get everything through Amazon for $139.38. Off to the next task. We're going to go with plan B on this. So I had what's left of this material in the big bin because I was actually soaking these front brackets, these probably covers that go on the convertibles that they sit up in. They must lock up high above the windshield when you're sitting on the inside. You see that nice piece. I ordered this plastic bin so those could actually sit in there and soak. They cleaned up real nice. But I've been running this bin, a lot of the old stuff through it, and I know this CRC stuff does have a shelf life, so instead of trying to get cute and putting it back into those little bins, I'm going to take this and just dispose of it the right way. So I got a couple of things floating here. I'm going to transfer them over. This is a license plate bracket. I'm trying to get it cleaned up, get it transferred over into there. And it came with some screws, and I can never seem to find, that's like a fender clip. There's some screws in here that go to that. That's two of the screws that go to that rear license plate.
light. There's the other one. There's one more small one. I hit those with just a little light coat of that Russell William rust converter, and they seem to hold. There it is. They seem to hold up well. Turn out everything out of here. There we go. Okay. So now everything's out of that. This didn't seem to work. I tried to run a filter through here. It just got clogged up. I'll add this stuff back. And now this will be my, and I had put too much in this first one anyway. I wasn't really happy with it. So, all right, we'll go with that. We're gonna add the rest of our left stuff back into that bin, and then we're done. Not having a home for this stuff's been bothering me, so we got everything in that bin just like I thought. We got it put away. That hole. Cross off the list. Everybody, how was school today?
Good.
Okay. You think you can help me do this?
Mhm.
So a couple things I need. We're gonna take all this stuff out, and we'll just set it. We'll set it on the floor over here.
All of the stuff inside the car.
Yep. We'll start, and we'll just make a pile, and then I'll hand you the vacuum,
Yeah, and then I can vacuum it off.
and then you can vacuum it for me. We'll get some things cleaned up, and then our plan is we would like to have some. Remember this spot right here? How it's rough.
Yeah. Do you need that piece out?
We'll get this piece out. And then we'll get that piece ground off. I'm going to teach you how to run the spray can. We're going to spray. I'm going to take out the steering column as well.
Okay. This.
Yep. And then we're going to get all that underneath there rust converted. And then we're going to paint it gray. East Coast gray. Remember that show we watched with Tony Angelo?
I think I forgot it.
Up in Pennsylvania. They call it East Coast gray. So, you want to look at the camera with me real quick and introduce yourself? You can introduce yourself real quick on the camera.
So my name is Austin. If you have seen the first video, you should already know about me.
What kind of cars do you like, buddy?
I like Charger.
You like the Charger.
I like the green Charger. That's up in.
You know where? In Wisconsin.
The green Chevette. The green
Charger.
Charger
68
up
Charger,
in
up in Wisconsin.
68 Charger up in Wisconsin.
But today,
But today,
we're going to work on the convertible. We're gonna get
we're gonna work on the convertible
everything in here cleaned up. So.
and get everything in here cleaned up.
So Austin's gonna run the vacuum. I'm gonna remove the steering column. We're gonna put you on time lapse, and hopefully when we come back, everything will be gray and neat. Let's get to work.
Cause do you remember on one of the YouTube shorts, my dad run one of the time lapse?
And we're gonna do it again.
Yeah.
All right, let's get in there, take a look at what we were doing. So I had Austin vacuum everything up, pulled out the steering column, had to remove the old pillar, so that's what you saw me cutting on. I think we're close to what I want to remove and keep. We'll see. I'm going to keep cleaning it up. I'm going to have to remove just a little bit more, but you kind of see what we're doing. That pillar covers that. We'll step through. And come over here to this guy. This pillar cover. There's in there something like that. Something like that. And that should solve a lot of our problems. And we get welded in place. This all comes out. That's why I wasn't getting real crazy up in there. I really just wanted to get some of that rust converter. Just start cleaning up some stuff. It looks so bad for so long. That's what we're working with. Hello. For you, sir. Okay, so we're done for the day. So we did the Rust-Oleum rust converter and then read the instructions, and it said it has to dry for 24 hours. So we're gonna wait until tomorrow before we do some of the East Coast gray, Rust-Oleum storm gray gloss in there. I'm really excited to see what that looks like. Learned a couple things today, so it was actually a very fast day. I had some purpose, and that's what I set out to do. Couple things that I thought, keys to success, if you will. Wear a uniform. So we obviously watch Vice Grip Garage and respect that he always wears his work clothes, his work boots, and he treats what he does like very much like a professional. He treats it professionally. So I don't know what my uniform's going to be. Maybe blue jeans and a car shirt, because we have a lot of car shirts. Maybe this grunt style with the American flag, something about that makes it feel right. So we'll see. I got to figure out a uniform, but if I'm going to do this for real, I got to treat it seriously. No drinking, so I'm not going to drink when we're working, just because I want it to be for real. The goal is, I think one a week, we're going to do a video, because it does take a lot of work. And then I'm going to try to do shorts, because I'm definitely, with Austin's help and Andrew's help, going to do some work on the car every day. But a video every day is a little bit much for just me right now. Some things I want to improve. I got to figure out my equipment. The microphones are working right now. A couple times I tried to use them and they weren't on. I'm assuming if they're flashing, they're on. I don't know how to check that, but I'm going to do some research. The software, while simple, I need a tutorial on it. I'm probably going to YouTube a video on how to cut videos for YouTube, because it takes a little bit of work to try to get things layered and flowed right. I'm very much a rookie, and it took longer probably than it should have. And then the camera thing, so maybe a GoPro is the right option.
Probably a
GoPro. This,
because like a GoPro could go underwater also.
Yeah. Hopefully we're not working on the car underwater.
That would probably be a good idea.
Yeah, but when we go to
For
the lake, we
for
can
only
have
a
it.
challenge.
Yeah, no challenges. But maybe we look at a GoPro. It's hard with getting phone calls and trying to set this up, and battery life and storage. It just has to be a better way. Takeaways, really the last thing before I crack this bad boy is this is, it's not easy. We've done some hard things in our life, so I'm not going to say it's overly difficult or impossible, but respect to the folks that do this for a living, because by the time you set up the camera and hope things go well and have a little bit of a plan, it takes a little bit more time than just kind of rolling through. So first beer, it's 4:30. Had a good day. We get our first real edited video posted online. I don't know if I can drink on YouTube.
I think so.
We'll research it, but I'll open it at least. So thanks for watching. No sponsors. click that subscribe button. If we
And-
could get number 19 back, that'd be great.
And like the video.
And like the video.